They believed they could break me. They demolished my barn, buried me under thousands in fines, and even threatened to confiscate my property. But what the HOA didn't realize was that I had their greatest weakness in my possession. And when I finally played it, their perfectly manicured community became a living hell they couldn't shake. I'd lived on this farm my whole life. My family had sweated 3 generations into the land, and I was going to do the same. Then, roughly 15 years ago, the developers arrived. They constructed a gleaming gated complex just next door, spit-shined houses, spit-shined SUVs, and naturally, a mighty homeowners association. At first, I kept my distance. I kept to myself. They kept to themselves. But then, the complaints began. My barn was an eyesore. My tractors were too loud. They even attempted to tell me when I could feed my animals. I ignored it. Until the day I returned home to find bulldozers on my land. The HOA had contracted out to tear down half of my barn. They left a notice pinned to a beam. Non-compliant structure must be removed. The kicker? I didn't even live in their HOA. That was my property. That was the day I knew enough was enough. I called the sheriff. Guess what he said? It's a civil matter. Take it up with the courts. The HOA knew it would take me months to retaliate. Meanwhile, they sent me fine after fine, hundreds and then thousands of dollars, hoping to break me. But here's the thing they didn't know. Back in the days when my grandfather originally farmed this land, he made an agreement with the county. That small creek that bisects my land, it's the artery that supplies the neighborhood's irrigation system, their lawns, their flower beds, even the gaudy fountain at the clubhouse. All of them rely on water running through my land. So I spent 2 days with a backhoe and a trailer load of gravel. I redirected the creek back onto my own property, right where it was supposed to be. And voila, the HOA's sprinklers dried up. The fountain gurgled and quit. Within a few days, their million-dollar lawns went brown. But I wasn't done yet. I put giant private property, no trespassing signs along their favorite walking path. It seems the middle of that trail was on my side of the property line. I fenced it off, sealed the entry, and put in cameras so they couldn't try to sneak back in. The HOA board was angry. They marched up to my door, telling me to restore their water. I told them, sure, right after you fix my barn and pay me every cent you owe in damages. They laughed at first. They said their attorneys would eat me alive. But when I showed them the county deed that established creek rights belonged to me, their smug faces paled. In the meantime, their subdivision was coming apart. Dead lawns, dried out fountains, shut down trails. Homeowners were railing on Facebook, accusing the HOA board. The previously smug president was quiet. It only took them 3 weeks to cave. Not only did they reconstitute my barn, but they also leased my water rights for 25 years, paid in full, all at once. And it was explicitly written into the contract that if they ever touched my property again, the agreement was null and void. Now, whenever they pass that trail or drink from that fountain, they're reminded of the day they attempted to bully a farmer and failed. They assumed they could destroy me! Ultimately, they were the ones who paid the price. If you enjoy seeing arrogant HOAs get their comeuppance, give this a like, share with a buddy, and subscribe for more. Because I promise you, this won't be the first time somebody tries to cross me.